Am I audible, Pupali?
Yes, sir, you are.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Nonetheless, first and foremost thing, this interview was long due. The reason being you joined the NUJs, okay, and then उसके बाद तो LLM, and then आपके this UGC net cracking. Okay, so a lot of things have happened, and first and foremost thing, congratulations to you. Okay, that you
Thank
cracked.
you.
Okay, and after the result, how you're feeling? Because you messaged me case with a crying emoji. Okay, how you are feeling? Okay, and that's the thing.
Sir, I literally cried because actually the preparation was really less. I only read paper one, and that too I just did some maths in the last. In this, I couldn't touch paper two at all. Like for EGC, I just read all the things materials for paper one. That's it. And I honestly I think I got lucky a little. I don't know. Maybe with this little preparation, I don't know how it happened, but
Mhm.
I think I knew some things because I used to teach, so maybe some concepts I had knew, but still I think thoda sa it was luck. I think even for CLAT also it was luck. Maybe it was a little bit of luck. I really do think that.
Okay, but one thing is there that's no luck because you attempted previous UGC also, right? That time you also prepared, right? Mm.
No, sir, I didn't prepare at all because I was that time I just like appeared because actually it was kind of peer pressure. Everyone was talking about getting into some corporate job, so I was actually preparing for that. I read banking laws and all that had no relevance to GC, and I appeared for NET. I honestly this time only I thought, okay, it is now getting too late. I don't know what I'm chasing with this peer pressure, and I'm leaving this. So then it's like somehow clicked me and
Okay, okay. Nonetheless. Pupali, tell me. I mean, as currently, what you are doing then? Currently, what you are doing?
so, sir, I'll be so applying for PhD, of course,
Okay.
and I'm also thinking of like appearing again for NET. Like I'll try JRF. I don't know that may not happen, but I'll try and
Okay.
maybe I'm so for now to that is.
ओके, डेफिनेटली। अच्छा, आप ये बताओ क्योंकि इस बार का पेपर थोड़ा डिफरेंट था। एवरीबॉडी मेनी पीपल
Yeah.
आस्क्ड दिस टाइम्स पेपर इज़ बिट डिफरेंट देन लास्ट यूजीसी अटेम्प्ट और ऐसा लग रहा है पुपारी आई होप यू आल्सो स्टार्ट सीइंग कि यूजीसी नेट का ना पेपर हर अटेम्प्ट में थोड़ा एडवांस लेवल जाता हुआ
Yes.
दिख रहा है, राइट ना? सो व्हाट डू यू वांट टू से रिगार्डिंग दिस कि इस बार के पेपर कैसा लगा आपको ओवरऑल?
So I think it was a little bit harder than like previous papers because the questions that came from basically there was no direct questions from environment there were, but those were very critical, I would say, for someone who is just from legal background. Like
Mhm.
those were very deep rooted questions, and basic questions like schemes of swam and all those things they didn't ask. They asked very, I think, current affairs part also like have to be really strong now, and even for research related questions they were very deep. Honestly, I think I could answer those things because some portions we were taught in NUJs were very like with really great detail. So I think that's why research portion was a little bit easier for me, but still the questions were not so easy from the whole. I think it was a little bit hard.
या एंड इट्स नॉट दैट दिस टाइम इट्स गेटिंग हार्डर एवरी टाइम क्योंकि हर
Yes.
element में चेंजेस हो रहे हैं पेपर में। जैसे व्हाट इट यूज्ड टू बी लाइक लोग प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन पेपर आते हैं, पढ़ते हैं और उसके बाद अटेम्प्ट करते थे। दैट व्हाट द यूजीसी का मतलब दैट वाज होल यूजीसी गेम वाज प्लेड बाय द स्टूडेंट। बट आई डोंट थिंक सो नाउ करेंटली इट्स नॉट दैट काइंड ऑफ कि आप एक प्रीवियस पढ़ के आओ और पेपर क्रैक कर जाओ,
No.
राइट?
Even in the legal papers, like they were asking lines and asking who said this. In PI questions from PIL was like that. So I think that would be like very detailed studying. So like
या
now.
या अब डिटेल स्टडी से मुझे आपको एक सवाल पूछना है कि कॉन्सेप्ट अभी कितना इंपॉर्टेंट हो रहा है यूजीसी एग्जाम के, ठीक है? जो डायरेक्टली रैंडम सवाल पूछे जा रहे थे, अभी कॉन्सेप्ट कितने इंपॉर्टेंट हो रहे हैं यूजीसी एग्जाम में? आपको क्या लग रहा है इस पर्टिकुलर इसके बाद, इस
So
पेपर
I
के
think
बाद?
it is all about it. This basically UGC is like different from CAT. Now they all want to know that if concepts are very clear. In fact, many questions if someone knows the concept, even though they do not know the actual author, they can answer. I think many questions were like that. Even
True.
IPL questions were like that. I read IPL 2 years ago, but the concepts they were very like coming from very basic concepts. So I think it was like concepts were everything for.
या क्योंकि अभी कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी एंड कुछ रैंडम क्वेश्चंस आर गेटिंग आस्क्ड इस बार के, तो कुछ डेट ऑफ बर्थ भी पूछा गया था कुछ जुरिस्ट के मैच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग में, यस, दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वर देयर, राइट? सो but alongside with that the concepts, as you said, concepts is very very important, all right? सो ओवरऑल आपको अगर मैं सवाल पूछूं कि पेपर वन में कुछ डिफरेंस आपको इस बार लगा? डिड यू फाइंड एनी डिफरेंस इन पेपर वन, मतलब ओवरऑल क्वेश्चन पेपर?
Different the questions were very random. Like even from teaching aptitude, they didn't ask the questions that they normally ask. Like the theories and everything, they didn't. I don't think there were really direct questions on that. Again, that was also concept based. I think. Some questions were like, what would you actually do? Like rather than it was like not something previously. Like you can read it somewhere. Some questions are like that. But I think like one thing I had understood by like you cannot miss the math portion. You have to like I have understood that like that so many has to have a person has to learn. But I think for people coming from legal background, that is a little bit harder for them to start doing reasoning and maths. But they have to do it like at some point because I think that was the only reason I think like even concepts may be clear, but those things have to be like you have to know maths and all those like the data interpretation kind of thing. But I think that is easy if one like after learning it, it might be easy because I think that is coding because at least there you like there was no surprises. Like data interpretation, if you know, so you know. It's like that. So other things can be surprising, but that portion, like if one person knows, so can be scoring. So that is one thing. And it's a very detailed.
या ट्रू ट्रू एंड दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि कुछ कुछ चीजें जो होते हैं वो the detailed understanding is pretty much needed in that case. What about the paper two? पेपर टू में आप कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स न्यूली इंट्रोड्यूस देखे हो? माइनर सब्जेक्ट का क्या इंपॉर्टेंस रहा इस बार पेपर टू में? आप क्या उसके बारे में आप what you
Minor subjects are, I think, very important. I think there were questions from Negotiable Instrument Act, questions from competition law, and these things normally people like they don't touch it. But I think like
because
you have to.
yeah yeah yeah
There were questions from minor.
yeah. And as you were saying कि कुछ minor subjects people don't really touch those subjects के ठीक है यार, इसमें कितना ही आ जाएगा, फालतू टाइम वेस्ट करने का जरूरत नहीं है, फोकस ऑन द मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स। बट अल्टीमेटली मैं बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट से बात कर रहा हूँ, they are saying, sir, I scored around 170, I scored around 174, 172, and they're missing the mark by two marks and
Yes.
4 marks, then वो दो तीन चार क्वेश्चन ही इतने वैल्यूएबल हो जाते हैं कि that's how you are in this zone and that zone। उसमें डिफरेंस
Yes.
कितना है? 4-5 मार्क्स का ही डिफरेंस आ रहा है, 6 मार्क्स का डिफरेंस आ रहा है। एंड उसमें माइनर सब्जेक्ट दे प्लेड ह्यूज रोल कि आप तब माइनर सब्जेक्ट में ही उतना इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है, राइट ना? सो दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। या अच्छा, but you were there with associated with Jurisic for long time, right? आप Jurisic के साथ बहुत टाइम से जुड़े हुए हो, right? आपका पहला एक्सपीरियंस में पूछूंगा, when you were there in the LLM, then UGC वाला मैं I am going to ask later। आप पहले बताओ कि as you were there associated with us for long time, ठीक है, so आपके साथ बहुत दिनों का जर्नी है, तो LLM का जर्नी कैसा था आपका पहले?
So I think I when I started, I was in sixth semester. So I was actually looking into the course for from only fifth semester only. I was thinking, okay, I will get enrolled after some time like that. So I think Judicial one thing that was very amazing that was the basics where like I my constitution basics is very clear because of Arohi ma'am. She taught it so nicely, and I think and sir also your class. I would never knew that judgment could be understood so easily. Honestly, now, even if I look at a judgment, if it is 7,000 papers, I don't feel any, and I don't feel scared at all. Like I like no, okay, I can read it. So that is totally taught by you, sir. Only like judgment reading is something that people are like, not people, I was also very scared of. Like it's scary, like reading 500 pages, 600 pages. Like it can be done. It is something that is like only happens because of you. Like really, like a judgment reading is nothing. Like it is because of it, like because you have taught the ways we can do it. So I think that was an amazing, and all the other subjects were also like, I think basics were very clear, and that's why. And since we learned how to do it, we could do it on our own also. Like since we did like we learned the ways. So like any judgment, I think students or judges can do it. Like they know how to do read the judgments. So I think that was totally the plus point. Even for, because for CLAT also we could, like I couldn't finish all the subjects, but I think the whole, like the art of reading judgments was like very helpful for me. That
Yeah.
was
And also the concept is built that will help you throughout your life, right? Even the concept that is built in LLM के प्रिपरेशन के टाइम जो बिल्ड हुआ है आपके यूजीसी में हेल्प होगा एंड आई एम
yes
डेफिनेटली
sir, a
कैन
lot,
टेल यू
a
दैट
lot.
विद 100% चैलेंज में आपको क्वेश्चन का आंसर आप नहीं भी पता होगा मुझे
Mm.
पता है कि दैट्स गोइंग टू हेल्प यू राइट ना
Yes.
राइट द एंड दैट इज वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग बिकॉज क्यों मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपके बैच के ही ठीक है देयर आर फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स yesterday called me बोले सर I cleared NET with with score 190.
Mm.
Okay, they haven't taken the coaching they have taken the
Yes.
coaching for LLM. Okay, they haven't
Yes.
taken the coaching for NET. Okay, बोले
Mm.
सर वो LLM के टाइम जो किए थे I mean मेरा कॉन्सेप्ट इतना क्लियर था I haven't been able to crack it. Okay, so that's how it is to be done कि आपका कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी इतना सही हो जाए आप नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में कुछ भी आप जाओ उसमें that will help you in this case, right? And ये बताओ regarding the UGC, okay, regarding the UGC, because you also tried to do it last 1 year, एक बार थोड़ा बहुत ट्राई भी किए थे उस टाइम भी, right?
Yes,
इस
I
बार
took the course, so the short one, I took that one, like the mock series and the notes.
yeah,
That
yeah,
thing, like there would be recordings and all. That one I took.
yeah, yeah,
So, so with that, so first I read all the notes of paper one mainly.
yeah,
From
yeah.
the all the research notes on paper one, I appeared in like few mocks. I appeared in few mocks, and I think I did also. I did few classes of, I think, data interpretations. And because there were very less time, so I did like some recording lectures I watched on data interpretation and maths, and that's mainly what I did. Like for this time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. Because देखो आप जब आए थे because you came very मतलब तब टाइम बहुत कम था that time, right? And so many things have to be done so fast. Okay. And that time के कुछ चीजें कि आपको अगर जो वीकर पार्ट है उसको अगर स्ट्रांग हो जाए ना तब आप क्रैक कर लोगे दैट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग सो आई एम ग्लैड कि यू क्रैक्ड इट ओके मैं बीच में एक बार बात भी हो रहा था आपसे देन व्हेन यू वाज सेइंग कि यू आर गोइंग टू गिव अप ऑन क्लैट इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग हाँ
Yes, yes,
नेट
yes.
नेट यू आर गोइंग टू गिव अप ऑन
Net,
नेट
net.
समथिंग लाइक दैट बीच में एक बार
Yes,
बात
sir.
हो रहा था आपके साथ
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I said, ki, sir, like, if you can refer me in some corporate firm, just do it.
yeah
I don't think I can, like, do it anymore.
yeah
Like, actually, what happened, like, it was kind of peer pressure. Right? Like, the NLU set up kind of a situation, like, they make it seem really good. Although I knew, like, it is not my thing. I knew it, but still, I think, no, I remember, like, I got a job in a corporate firm, but I remember praying for NET so much. Like if somehow I get NET, I'm never going in there. Like then you like realized that like I realized, oh my god, I hope somehow I get NET. So I don't have to do that job. So I guess so it was a very a mental battle like this.
yeah so that I remember उसके बाद उन्होंने and कि सर नेट इज नॉट कप ऑफ माई टी आई कैन रिमेम्बर द वर्ड्स जब आपका अकाल लग गया ना सर नेट इज नॉट कप ऑफ माई टी आई मीन आई कैन नॉट क्रैक नेट ठीक है मेरे से नहीं होगा ठीक है सर मुझे आप एक कॉर्पोरेट जॉब का कोई रेफरल है तो आप मुझे एक दे दो ठीक है सो दैट कि आई कैन गो देयर एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग क्योंकि ये नेट फेट पेपर वन पेपर टू बहुत सारा चीज है मेरे से नहीं होगा ठीक है आई कैन रिमेम्बर इसीलिए बट नॉनदलेस आई एम वेरी हैप्पी फॉर यू बिकॉज देखो क्रैक तो सबको किए हैं जो से भी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट क्रैक किए हैं दैट्स नॉट द थिंग बट योर केस इज क्वाइट यूनिक योर केस इज क्वाइट यूनिक The reason being, from giving up on net, and शायद उसी के लिए आपका शायद क्या था ना, you didn't have that intention to prepare a lot, क्योंकि आपका लग रहा था कि मैं तो जा रहा हूँ कॉर्पोरेट में काम करने, ठीक है, और मैं शायद उतना फोकस नहीं कर पाऊंगा या नहीं कर पाऊंगी फॉर द नेट, क्योंकि आपका उतना इंटेंशन
Hmm.
यहाँ से फोकस शिफ्ट हो रहा था. Probably this is the last time you are attempting it, if I'm not wrong. आप next time शायद attempt, हाँ, am I
Next,
right?
I had a job waiting for me. Like it was.
I knew it. I mean, well, that's why so many things had to click. अगर नहीं होता तो आपका कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ आप चले जाते हैं, राइट. एंड आई एम ग्लैड कि कहीं ना कहीं, एंड यू वर सेइंग सर, आई टॉट फ्रॉम, मैं कुछ टाइम से पढ़ा रही थी एंड आई लव टीचिंग, बट कहीं ना कहीं वो
Yes,
हो नहीं
yes,
रहा है सर.
yes. I even told my students कि maybe this is my, like, I'm not, maybe I don't feel good, I'll be joining somewhere. So it was like that only.
God has some another plan for Bali. That's the thing. ठीक है.
Yes, I think teaching actually helps also. Like even from during CLAT also I should teach, so that also helps. Like or helps me also to like revise and all. That's why I actually started. I thought it would be a great way to for me also revise. So it was the initial motive.
No, that's
Then
great. That's great.
yes,
Yeah, but another thing you said, कि sir, I love teaching. That sentence
I
was
do, I do. Like that is the only thing. Like for the last 6 months, I've been getting in some firm, like some job offer. But I'm thinking, okay, one time I'll try it. So I'm somehow, I'm like I'm making some kind of excuse. Okay, I'll come in 2 months, or like I'll be like coming back. I was like, and somehow and all this time I was teaching. Actually, I do teach. So like from like some colleges in Kolkata and also like
yeah.
like students from some.
Yes. Abhi, you start applying from different roles, roles of assistant professor in different colleges. आप apply
Yes.
करते हो, आप क्या है? I mean, now you were there,
Yes, so now I'll apply.
and I wanted to teach because देखो कोई चीज आपको पसंद है, but due to मतलब आपको एक करियर में पैसा भी कमाना है, and lot of things are there that you cannot abandon at the
Yes.
time, right? So by God's grace, you have cracked it. Okay.
Really, it was really sad. I thought, "Okay, okay, so if this time I don't get, so I have to do some job." Well, like it was like that only. I was not going to do it again. This like one try I have to do. That's why like I see one try I will do. Like
चलो चलो. I mean, I'm very happy. I mean, मैं इसीलिए मैं बोला ना, there are people who have cracked it. I know it. They're going to crack it. अच्छी चीज है. But for you, it's totally different. The reason being कि you are giving up on net and then you cracked it. It's a totally different feeling altogether. I can
it
understand,
is.
right? And that's why you said the crying emoji. तभी मुझे समझ में आया कि why it's going on, what's going on. But I'm glad. I'm very glad. Actually, I'm glad for you. Okay. But do let me know. Are you applying for PhD as well?
Yes, sir. I'll start writing the proposal and all.
Yeah,
It will be something just on my LLM dissertation I'm thinking of, but yes, definitely for PhD. So NET was the only thing that was stopping me. Like I have a little bit of fear of computing exams. I'm fine with writing proposals or other like writing research papers, even teaching. I love all of it. I just had this one thing that I can't crack another exam because I felt like, oh my god, another exam I might not be able to crack. So it was just because it's a competitive exam. So that was a little bit of scary thing for me. So I thought, okay, so I do everything else that is connected to teaching and research that I love. But this is like the one hurdle that I had to get over.
oh, that's great. That's great. I mean, I really like it and I'm really loving this thing that you have cracked it. And PhD के लिए apply करो, PhD करो, ठीक है? And do let me know. आपके corporate job चाहिए अभी भी या नहीं चाहिए?
Sir,
आपका
of course
रेफरेंस भी
not.
बहुत जगह शेयर किया हूँ ऑलरेडी. आई डोंट नो if you are going to get calling from them or not.
No, sir. Abhi to like I don't care. It is the like biggest firm in India or anything. I am not going anywhere. Like up to
Oh, God.
I'm so done.
चलो
Teaching and
that's
it
great.
is all that is all it is. I can't like push myself like that anymore.
Yes, yes. And I want you to teach, ठीक है? जिसको जो पसंद है ना, you love teaching. You said to me कि you love teaching, and
It's like was
that's the one thing कि you are going to teach now full time, okay? Um, That's very good. That's a very very awesome thing for anybody who loves doing and they're going to get monetized the money from that particular thing. उससे बेहतर चीज कुछ नहीं होता है वाली, and you're going to love doing it. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Okay. And hope this journey will continue with us. ठीक है, कुछ अगर help लगे down the time regarding the PhDs and everything, do let us know. ठीक है. And thank you very much, Puvali. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. It was nice talking to you.